Hi everyone. I hope you're having a good week and you're excited for the weekend. I know I am. One thing I'm going to work on in this video is trying to talk more slowly. You can probably hear my stomach growling and also the sound of the refrigerator, which will be stopping in a moment. So, my roommates slash business partners have gone to a meeting. So I have about an hour of time until they get back. And I fortunately have some time that I needed to take off this afternoon anyways because I worked. I was over. It's a long story, but anyway, I do have some time off. So my nails look absolutely horrific, and the reason for that is that I have been wearing my fake nails for a couple weeks. Typically, after 3 weeks of wearing them, my nails have grown back out a little, like this pinky nail. And this time, we were working at an event last weekend for several days, and I don't know why, I just bit all my nails off. It's the habit I can never break. That's why I like to keep these fake nails on, because it keeps me from biting my nails. So as soon as I don't have fake nails on, or I don't have nail polish on, and sometimes even if I do, I cannot help but to pick my nails. So these are some nails I still had from last year that I never got around to using. As promised, I've told you guys I've been really meaning to catch up on some of my videos. I know it has been taking me quite a while, and the reason for that is actually an exciting one. So, some of you may know I used to work in a school, and if I've never told you that, well, now you know. And I actually left my job there several months ago, before school started back, to pursue another job, which pays better and involves some really great and successful people that I know who were needing me in the specific role that was created just for me. So it's been really exciting. Part of my job for several months has been starting a new business for the people that I work for. So they have their main business, which I can't tell you the name of, and underneath that umbrella, we have started another business, and I have basically single-handedly done everything. And last week, we had the opportunity to go somewhere and promote it for several days, and it was a big success, and we have a lot of people that are interested in it. I wish that I could tell you guys more about it, because I know you would be very interested in it, and it's the kind of thing that I would love to share with you. Maybe one day I will, but for the time being, there's no way I could tell you about this without it being clear who I am and where I live, and I'm just not comfortable to do that. So I will just say that it's a very cool business, at least I think so. It's something that I'm very interested in. It's related to products, which is why I say it would be awesome to share all these things with you on camera, because every time I see some things, I just think like how awesome it would be to share them with you. But that's all I'll say, because it's related to products. It's secondary to our main business, but now I will be the one running it, so it's pretty cool. That's what has been keeping me so busy. There's been a lot of things, logistics to work out, a lot of people that I have to meet with, and in the meantime, we have a lot of success in our town because we're very, what's the word? Gosh, I don't know how to say this without telling what we are and what we do, but we're very involved in our community, let's just say, so that keeps us busy as well. So anyways, to these nails. I am going to a birthday / Halloween party for someone tomorrow night. And next week on Halloween, I'm going to an actual Halloween party. So you guys know I love Halloween. I love making costumes, making things, and I had said that this year for Halloween I just didn't have the time. I wasn't going to make a costume. I have enough now that I've made that I could pull from. I thought about being Chucky again, and if you're interested, I think I posted a video, or maybe I didn't, I'm not sure, from last Halloween of my end result after that little crafting project. But in the end, I just kept, if I get an idea in my head, I cannot get it out. So it had occurred to me recently, I was talking to someone, and I have always wanted to do a Pulp Fiction costume. If you like Pulp Fiction, specifically, I wanted to do a Mia Wallace costume. I've always liked the costumes that have like the syringe that's in her chest, and it's like after she's overdosed and they shoot her with adrenaline to bring her back out of it. So I've always wanted to do that. Well, then I thought a lot of people do couples costumes. Excuse me, that's my stomach. And in the past, my boyfriend and I, as long as I've known him, we've sort of done couples costumes. I usually like to do that only because he would not on his own think of a costume or have any interest or time to put one together, so I usually just choose it. We've been Peppermint Patty and Charlie Brown before. Last year, we were the two Chuckies, as you guys know, so I made his costume, which was Chucky from Rugrats, and then I was Scary Chucky from the movie Child's Play. So you know, fun little costumes like that. You will never catch us being like an angel and a devil or something cliche, because I just really enjoy the challenge of making my own costume that's not necessarily one that everyone would think of. So this year I started thinking about how I wanted to do Pulp Fiction, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun if instead of me being Mia Wallace, I could make my boyfriend would be Vincent, or my boyfriend would be Mia, so the woman, Uma Thurman, and I will be Vincent, who is John Travolta. So I could not get that idea out of my head. As of last night, I now am about to have all the pieces I need. I ordered a wig a couple weeks ago for the John Travolta kind of hair, but unfortunately it's very difficult to find wigs that are close enough to his hairline, so I'm probably going to have to use some makeup to shade in where his, it's sort of like a widow's peak would be. I have sideburns. I'm going to contour my face to be more masculine and have like a double chin. I have a suit, I have a white shirt, I have the bolo tie similar to the one he wears. I have men's dress pants, a black belt, men's dress shoes that I'm going to be wearing. So it's going to be pretty cool. My boyfriend, I have bought him all the pieces he needs to be Mia Wallace, including a wig, which is awesome. And I wish that it was easy to get the one I had, because the quality, or the one I need, because the quality of the wig he's got is awesome. I've also been bra shopping and finding stuff for him to wear underneath the shirt. So he's got all the pieces to be Mia Wallace, and next week I'm going to paint his nails. And on actual Halloween, that's what our costume will be, and I will have to do his makeup, and I've done his makeup a couple times in the past for Halloween stuff, like he was a zombie, but I've never made him into like a pretty woman before, so this is going to be really funny. A couple weeks ago, I did someone's makeup to make her into a zombie, and so yeah, I've just really been getting into the Halloween spirit. So that's going to be on Halloween. Tomorrow, when I go to my friend's house for her birthday / Halloween party, I don't want to be a repeat costume because I'm going to see a lot of those same people next week. So I'm just going to go as one I've already made 2 years ago, a year ago, for something at school, which I think I told you guys was the Cat in the Hat. And it's pretty elaborate. I made the shirt. It's like a black long sleeve shirt that I use fuzzy white fabric all over to make the chest like a cat. And I made the tie, I made the hat, and the hat is pretty stiff because I painted it with paint so it would stand up. There's a tail attached to the shirt, and I bought some white gloves, and I will look like a cat. I'll do my makeup like a cat. So that's what I got going on. I'm gonna put these nails on, I promise. But before I do that, I want to show you a little Halloween DVD haul. In case you're wondering, this is my scattered train of thought. I did finish those dresses that I was making, and they are now in my front yard, but unfortunately, even though I put coats of white paint and several coats of that glow-in-the-dark paint, it just does not work. You're supposed to charge it with light, and the sunlight itself is not enough because by the time it gets dark, there's like no charge. So they look good on their own, but what I'm gonna have to do is put a spotlight or something on them if I want them to be spooky at night. My mom's cousin has done that to hers, and they look awesome. She used like a green light. So anyway, these my mom sent me. I'm assuming she got them on Amazon. She just randomly texted me a couple days ago and said, "What are your favorite Halloween movies?" And first of all, oh, I forgot to put it here, but my most favorite Halloween movie ever is the movie Halloween, the original, not the other ones. So with Jamie Lee Curtis. So I do have that. My boyfriend actually bought it for me recently because you really cannot get it anywhere online or on the computer or on the TV for a decent price. So we bought it. So I have that. The other thing is Hocus Pocus. I've had it on VHS forever, but obviously now is not the era of VHS, so she sent it to me in Blu-ray. I've got It's the Pumpkin Charlie Brown. That's my other favorite. I have this actually already, but it's at my mom's house, so she bought me one to send me that. I did not ask for this one. She must have just taken the initiative, but she sent me the Blair Witch Project. It's not one of my favorites. It's okay, but I know like my boyfriend and my roommates haven't seen it, so they will probably enjoy that. And then this movie, I don't know if you remember this. This is called The Witches with Angelica Houston, and it's like these little boys that stumble upon a convention of these really hideous witches, and they turn them into mice. So this is one of my favorites. This is one of my boyfriend's favorites as well. So it's been really funny to watch that. So those are just some random Halloween-y things. Let's get to the nails. So these are made by Broadway Nails or Impress Press-On Nails. Now the difference between these nails and some of the ones you guys see me put on before is that these are special ones that are just for Halloween, and I guess they don't, at least in my experience, these more seasonal nails they put out don't have as many ranges of sizes in them. So the regular nails I buy from them, usually I can find all the nails that are my size, but these tend to be oversized, which I'm not thrilled about because I don't need giant nails. But for example, this would be like a thumbnail. This is huge. This takes up my whole thumb. This doesn't even fit on my nail, so I wouldn't use that. So usually what I start by doing is dump them out, and right away I go for the ones that are visibly really large and get rid of those right away. So it narrows it down. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, right away. This one's really big. I'm going to try it on my thumb. It doesn't fit my thumb, so it's obviously way too big for my other nails. So get rid of it. This one's way too big as well. Doesn't fit. Get rid of it. My stomach is growling so much. Okay, this one doesn't fit. Too big. Gone. And the problem is with these seasonal nails is you might still have to use one that's slightly too big, and then they don't last as long because they're not gripping your nail, they're just trying to hold onto your skin. So this one's a little bit too big, but I'm gonna keep that because it's a better option than the other ones. Then you need to look at the number. This one is a number 2. Can you see that? Sometimes these nails are incredibly difficult to make out what number they are, but these, I guess, because it's a black background, it's easier to see. So I'm going to set that there. It's a 2. Now, there's only a few options left for thumbs. This one, alright, so this one actually does fit into my cuticles. However, as you can see, they're quite long, longer than I would like, but whatever. So this is a 3. Put it there. 2, 3. I like to put them in numerical order. This one's probably a partner. That one fits. That is also a 3. So that goes with that one. It's probably the one I'm going to go with. This one is a 2. Okay. So now, as you can see, these are quite large. So this is when I start to worry that these are not going to somehow fit my nails. They're going to all be too big. We'll see. So these are my choices I'm going to have for my thumb here in a minute. The next thing I always do right away is to find the pinky nail. Now these are much bigger than the ones that come in the regular package, but I can tell these are pinky nails. My battery might die while I'm doing this, guys, so if that happens, just bear with me. These fit my pinky nails. They're slightly long, but these are pretty much the only option because I have little pinky. This is a number 11. So I'm going to put that there. This has to be 11. Yeah, so when I know for sure I'm going to use one, I start laying them out in the order of my fingernails. So like, here's a pinky, here's a pinky, and I'm going to build in. Now when we get back to the thumbs, I think this is the best option. So thumb, and I can get rid of these. Okay, now for the other nails, what I start doing is I find one that is the biggest and I work off of that. So this one is too big for any of my other nails. This one is a number 4, so what I need to do is find one that is a number 4 and try to eliminate it. This is a 4. So rather than putting these in with the rest of the ones I discarded, I'm just going to keep them here because with these nails, I don't ever know if I'm going to have to wear ones that are too big or not, just because they're all oversized. So here's another big-ish one. That one sort of fits my middle nail. It doesn't fit any of the other ones, so I'm gonna look at the number. It's a 5, and I'm gonna keep it here near the middle, so I know that I was thinking about it. Let's see. This is also a 5, so I'm gonna put it there. Gosh, my stomach will not stop growling. Okay, now I'm going to choose another one. Try it on my pointer finger, my middle finger, this finger. So this one is actually a better option for the middle. This is a number 7. So let me put that there. This is some choices for my middle nails. Let's start with another one. Again, now this one fits my middle nail, but not really any of the others. If this seems like a tedious process, it is. This is a 6, I believe. This is an 8. This is a 6. So I'm going to put it there. This is an 8. This one fits my pointer nail. It also fits this nail, and I'll probably go with it on this nail because it seems a little shorter on this nail, so that's an 8. Let me just put it here because that's probably going to be what I go with. This is also an 8. That one fits my pointer nail. That one fits pointer nail. So now it's actually short. Okay, this is better. See that's much shorter on this nail. That's a 9. This one's also a 9. Now 10 is the shortest. 10. So now I have some decisions to make about which ones I'm going to use. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to try to figure out which nails are going to go on these 3 fingers, and this is always the most annoying part. So I have these 2. Those can only be middle nails because they only fit my middle nails, so I need to choose from the middle nails now. These are too big. I'm going to eliminate those. This is an option, just leave that there. I kind of feel like I'm going to go with these because they have the spider in the middle. So let's put those there. Alright, now we need to choose this finger and this finger, and I want them to be relatively short. I don't like long nails, so it's either going to be this finger, oh my stomach, or this. Let's see. Still pretty long no matter which. I think I'm going to go with these for this nail. And then these 2 are my pointer fingers. Okay. So now that I've done that, the next thing is they tell you to clean your nails and then apply these. I like to work where I file them down first, but in this case, these nails have not come with a file. So in the spirit of saving time, I won't go run and get that. I'll just continue. So assuming that I have filed these nails, you see there's like a little tab that some of them have. You would want to file that a little and smooth it first. I don't like doing it when the nails are already on because it could like loosen the glue or something. take the most wet part and just really quickly scrub all my nails while it's nice and saturated. That is strong. Oh my god. Okay. Then I open it up a little bit and really polish all over my nail and all over my skin. You don't want to put on lotion or anything right before you do this. You want your hands to be clean so that the nails adhere best. We'll see how long these last, but in my experience, I mean, it says it lasts up to a week for these little specialty ones, but I'm assuming that it won't last very long because they probably don't make them as well as they do their regular nail. Okay, so you want to get all your nails really well. And then, of course, they're going to have to dry. Make sure they don't feel greasy anywhere. That's good. By next week, when I'm Vincent Vega, I won't have these nails anymore. I'm pretty sure they won't last that long. So when I'm him, I think it'll be acceptable for me to have these nasty nails that I have now because he's a man, and I think his character probably would not have had really awesome nails. So that's pretty much dry. It's alcohol, so it dries really quickly. You want to start with your outside nails so that you're going to work your way in, and then your thumbs will be the last one. So you pick it up, you find your cuticle, center it, and push down. And now this is the part I hate. You're supposed to firmly hold every nail for at least 30 seconds without letting go because that makes the adhesive stick. I hate this part. You can also see that some of the adhesive actually comes past my nail. I have very short, obviously short nails, and I don't like how they make these so that the adhesive always is longer than my nail. I think they should just assume that people who are wearing these probably have very short nails to begin with, because what happens is over time this little sticky part gets really gross and has like crumbs or dirt, whatever things your hands come in contact with tend to stick in there. So you don't want people to see that. What I have done as a trick to get around that is put a little bit of clear nail polish under there just over the adhesive sometimes, but it tends to not stay for whatever reason. I don't know. So you want to hold it really tightly for 30 seconds. Wiggle. I like to push on all the different parts. I will not make you guys endure watching this entire process because it takes forever. And you'll also find that for a while, when you wear these, you're just going to constantly be squeezing them. Like if I'm talking to someone, I don't let them know I'm doing it, but I'm constantly pushing on these things to make sure that they're going to last. So that's what that looks like. I'm definitely going to have to file it because you see there's this bit here that sticks out, so that's that one. And then I would also do this one next, but for the sake of time, I'll just show you this. So, same thing. Take it, find your cuticle, line it up, push really firmly, hold it for 30 seconds or so. And sometimes I even hold it like this so that in between I can squeeze the one I just did. If you take care of these and use them correctly, they probably will last a week like they say. But in my case, I'm probably not going to be that careful with them because I want them to be gone by the time next week comes. sometimes even if they feel like they're ready to come off, they'll still be pretty adhered to your nail. I've had requests for a couple of different types of videos. I keep saying that I'm gonna do sort of like a empties video, just like Mrs. Raquel Perez, and I'm also gonna do one where I tell you guys who some of my favorite ASM artists are that I feel like not that many people know about or watch, and that they really should because they're awesome. I'll tell you one right now. Her name is Lady Lucidity. That's Lucidity, Lady Lucidity, and she does craft videos, which are amazing. She does all sorts of little craftsy projects, and she has a voice that I just find to be incredibly, incredibly relaxing. Plus, it's really interesting to watch her videos as well. I believe she's actually doing a giveaway right now, too. Okay, so basically just do this forever, but as you can see, they look pretty good. I'll do one more so you can see one with a spider on it. So line it up, press down, and hold. I don't know if any of you saw, but last night I saw in my feed, my subscriptions, that Serenity Whispers was back and has been making some videos. So if you don't know about her and you're not old school like us, just kidding, go check her out. It's Serenity Whispers. I believe she used to be Serene Whispers or something, but it's Serenity Whispers. So when this one's done, I'll show you guys and then be done with this video, because if any of you have ever tried to upload, you know it takes forever. My camera is set to record in HD, but for whatever reason, when I upload it, sometimes depending on if you select the video and try to send it through your phone to YouTube, like it'll give you the option of share it on YouTube, or if you go to YouTube, the app, and try to upload it that way, depending which one I use, it will not upload in HD, but it also takes forever to upload in HD, so hopefully that's not too bad for you guys. And also, if I start before my roommates get back, it has a better chance of not taking 24 hours, because it actually has taken that long before, because they'll be on the internet once they get back. Alright, so I think that's good. I'll just show you these three. So that's what they're gonna look like. They look much better than these awful nails I have right now. After you finish applying them, my battery's gonna die again. After you finish applying them, you don't want to get them wet for at least 30 minutes. So don't put these on if you know you're gonna have to go take a shower or wash the dishes or something right after, because you want to give them time to fully adhere to your nails before you start getting them wet. Otherwise, it might